How to Create a Glitch Monologues Season 4 Chapter 4. This is the fourth episode of Season 4 of How to Create a Glitch in the Matrix Monologues. In this episode, I will be elaborating on the ideas contained in Season 3 Chapter 1, in relation to how taking an out relates to our consensual reality. I'll start off by defining an out in a social setting. Outs are narrative segues that enable a social participant to end the dialogue by leaving the social setting, or otherwise extracting themselves from the dialogue. A dialogue in this context is an exchange which manifests certain consonances and discordances, a consensual exchange. The frequency of outs afforded us by other social participants determines the pathway of our subjective experience. Outs are points of divergence between our expectation field and another's, which is to say that the exchange ceases by the out when it can no longer be consensual, which is to say, that if the exchange continued, it would no longer be consensual. Likewise, consensual outs permit convergence of the actors for subsequent exchanges. Interestingly, if an out is provided by one social actor to another, and that out is not taken, it represents a consent to the subsequent exchange, a recapitulation of their consent, and consonance. We can say that outs are both inflection points in the narrative, when taken, and also resonance points, when rejected. When outs are taken, they decrease the competitiveness of the actor taking the out. The greater the number of outs taken, the less competitive that actor. Examples of outs include weak instructions or orders, weak body language, informality, poor assertiveness, postural releases, actions or words that diffuse tension, one-sided reciprocation. All of these examples permit others to extract themselves from social exchanges of tension. Outs alter the diffraction pattern of parallel narratives rather like measurement causes wave function collapse. Can we thus suppose that outs or spatial distance between two interacting actors acts to quantify the internal consensual state of an interacting actor? This makes sense as it reflects the fact that by taking an out, one narrative becomes distinguishable from the others due to their non-consent to the reality. Thus, we see that multiple interacting individuals become indistinguishable to the extent they exist in a consonant, consensual reality. Now, we imagine that through an out, one individual's narrative separates from the consensual reality. As a result, that individual becomes distinguishable, rather like a particle given wave function collapse. That's the end of this episode. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment and subscribe.